Hi, I need to get body cam footage from you guys from.
Fire department doesn't have body cams.
Okay.
All body cam would be with the police department.
So you guys got to have some kind of record of all your incidences that you report to, right?
We just have our fire report, but yeah, we can absolutely.
Can we get those?
Yeah, of course we can.
Okay.
So I just spoke with the chief. He just said if you want the.
Yeah, here I'll walk you over.
I said walk around to the ash side and we'll give you whatever you want.
Okay. Hey, you never told me your name, youngin. Well, I saw you on Facebook. You got promoted.
It'll be on the report.
Yep.
Okay.
It's all documented in the report.
Okay. Never thought I'd be saying F the fire department. That's a new one.
Well, the one thing that I gotta say, right? We do not go out looking for.
Well, I
We
don't.
only respond to calls, right? So
I don't think that's the argument you guys think it is, though. You guys keep saying that. The ordinance office says the same thing, and I'm like, I don't think that's the flex you guys think it
I can tell
is.
you all three of our shifts, we do not go out looking for any open burns.
Well, why do you
We
guys?
only
Your
respond
own
to citizen
policy, sir,
complaints.
it refers to them as controlled burns. The word open burn doesn't even appear in the ordinance. So why do you guys keep using that terminology? It's misleading. It's controlled burning. It's not open burning. It's controlled. That's what your policy says.
I'm not here to debate that. I don't know on all that.
Okay.
But if you hang tight,
Okay.
we'll,
Oh,
all right, have a good day.
thank you, sir.
Jason.
Yep.
Hi, honey. Have a seat. I'm Lisa.
Hello.
I got a heads up that you want. I just need you to fill this out for me if you could. It's the FOIA request.
Okay.
And here's pen. I am trying to get. If you have specific dates, that would be helpful.
Yeah,
for
May
me.
9th and 19th.
Okay, perfect.
I believe we're the only two. And then if you're able to check and see, because I believe sometime in 24 that the City of Wayne Fire Department came out for a call about burning, and they came out and everything was fine. So I was wondering if I could get that as well.
I can definitely look. Just put
Yeah.
that date on there for me if you don't
Okay.
mind. Just anything from 2024.
Okay. Like I said, I just want to get to the bottom of this, why this is suddenly an issue. It's never been an issue.
You want both the dates we went out there?
Yeah, the 9th and the 19th.
The
And
9th,
then,
the 9th and the 19th?
yeah, and then I think there was a time you guys came out in 24 as well. I believe there may have been.
Same address, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, should be able to find that if we did.
'Cause I just need to know. I just need the judge to
I've
clarify
got
it.
2 from 2024,
Okay.
November or October.
Perfect.
You want
Those two.
Both for
Please.
fires?
Please.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do
please.
have
We've
a-
never been there for EMS, right? Yeah, if they're both for fires, yeah, print those two.
Please, please. Oh, wow, it's blessing me today. I just, man, can't believe this crap. It's just the back and forth. Like, it's okay because like the chief, lieutenant chief of police came out on Saturday, this past Saturday, said everything was fine. Gave me a copy of the ordinance. Everything's fine. We shook hands, and they come out yesterday, and now I got to put the fire out. And I'm like, it's like the unequal enforcement. It's like this back and forth. Like, is it okay? Is it not okay? We've heard so many different things that it's like, come on, man. I'm just trying to get this crap done. They think I'm doing it for attention. I'm like, no, I'm trying to get this project done so I can get out of town and forget about this crap.
Just 1 second. Let me go pull these.
So are these just called like fire reports or?
Yep.
Okay.
Hold on, don't do anything. Let me shut this off and turn it back on.
Okay. got it. This was just specific documents, I don't think you need that one. Okay.
And is he, because I want clarification too on, because the fire people, they keep saying it's a open burn, but on the policy, on the fire policy, it says controlled burning. And to me, that's like, open burning versus controlled burning, that's kind of two different
Okay.
things.
I'll let the chief, if you wanna come on out
Yeah,
here.
because that's what it said,
That's
what it says. But here's
So all you have to do is just have Jeremy go through those fire reports. There's a page on there with the captain's signature, take that out, and then the list, that's like, all the information's the same, just the personnel doesn't go. So here's the issue. When our guys go out there, you're an asshole to them. And then you went on Facebook and fucking threatened to shoot them.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
I didn't go
you
on
did.
Facebook and
Well, you
threaten.
called
That was
me.
after
Well,
the
you
fact.
called me.
That was after
and
the
you said they're gonna
right.
shoot you when they come on their property.
No, I said bring the
That's not
police.
right.
I said
That's
bring the
not-
police.
You said
Well, neither
on
is what
you
they
said
did.
on his voicemail
Uh-huh.
that if Wayne Fire Department shows up on your property,
Unannounced,
you're gonna shoot
and they
them.
violate my rights again, and
But
they don't
then
respect.
that's not-
It's my
you
property
understand
rights.
they're just doing their job.
It's my private property rights, though.
But you're doing something you're not supposed to.
Says
And
what?
here-
Says
and
where?
here's
Where does it say?
So
Where does
you
it
want to
say?
know the difference between an open burn and a controlled burn.
Uh-huh.
An open burn, regardless of what it is, you have to have permission from the fire marshal, which you never got.
Oh, well, that's an open burn. This is an
Okay, so
a
if
fire
you-
on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm not on the ground. I'm not a campfire.
So if you
You guys
wanna-
approved that fire pit when I
Who
moved
did?
before. The building and engineering office approved it before I moved in. There was a giant stack of firewood right next to that fire pit before I ever even touched that property. And that pool's been there. That trampoline's
So
been
wait,
there.
Well, the pool and trampoline, we don't have an issue with.
Right, but that fire pit's been there
But that's
before I bought
nothing
the
that
house.
we approved, that he approved. He's
Well,
been
the
fire
city of
marshal
Wayne
since-
approved it.
What year did you move in?
I moved in 24.
They actually, like, was there something that says they approved a fire pit?
It was with the house. There was firewood and a big pile of firewood with the house. I asked the homeowner
Then that's
who lived there
that
before,
will be a-
hey, how long have you been doing this? Over a year. I said, well, how did you clear out this forest? Well, I just burned all these. I just burned it. You see all the big logs there? And I'm
So
like,
we'll have more conversation with the building department about that. But the difference between the two is a controlled fire is a manufactured thing, right? It's something you buy at Home Depot. It's got a screen. People in this city will have a fire in their backyard on their patio with a screen. It's got to be clean, seasoned wood. That's
It is. This is all firewood.
But it's not, because
How
when
do you
our
know?
guys get there,
How do you know?
What, you want the pictures?
Yeah.
Like the pictures of the white smoke?
Well, what's wrong with white smoke?
Because here's the issue.
Well, does it specify white smoke on
No,
here?
but here's what it issues.
Oh,
It's
okay.
offensive to others.
Okay, but you guys understand the supremacy clause of the United States, right? The federal rights and the state rights and the laws trump, and the county ordinances trump this.
So you're
You guys
telling
know
me
that,
right
right?
here in this Eagle paperwork,
Uh-huh.
where it says that local open burning laws take precedent over state regulations. So on Eagle's own
But the federal
website-
government, the VA, has given me authorization to have a pond here. Okay,
What's a pond have to do with you
it's
burning?
aquatherapy. So how am I going to get that site cleared out? How am I going to get this site cleared out with incurring thousands and thousands of dollars for a medical necessity, a project that is a medical necessity? How am I going to get that achieved by spending thousands and thousands of dollars to take that firewood to the dump when I have a fire pit the city of Wayne already approved and I can just throw it in there? And we've been doing it for a year. And the chief of the chief lieutenant came out on Saturday. The chief of police lieutenant came out and said he gave me a copy of the ordinance and everything was fine. And we shook hands, and that was Saturday. And then now here we are Tuesday.
Then that's some conversation. That
Well,
we'll have.
I need to have consistent enforcement here because my neighbor's got a fire pit that's literally on the ground. The sticks are just like this. She's been in the city for 40, 50 years. And I've asked her, hey, Sue, would you mind going to court and testifying that you've had this fire pit for decades upon decades and the city of Wayne has never, ever, ever given you any problems? And that the previous owner has been using this fire pit for over a year consistently and never, ever, ever had any problems at all? It wasn't until I started to openly criticize my public officials that all of a sudden I can't do what I've been doing for years. Like, no, It's crazy, and we're 90% done. It's this idea that we're doing this for attention is preposterous. It's like, no, we have to get rid of this firewood. The excavation company is coming in. This is the first body of water that's ever been produced in the city of Wayne, period, point blank. This is a historical 200-year milestone event. This is not something that we're going to be doing all the time. Like, no, we cleared out an acre of forest. We had to get rid of this firewood. All that crap, all them vines, all that crap, we don't have anywhere to put it. We have to get rid of it. I don't understand how this can be an issue, how we can go back and forth. It's not an issue, it's an issue. Westland Fire Department looked at it, said everything's fine. They're 5 times the population, so they see 5 times the fires. So I would say
who looked at it from Westland?
The 2 people. I'll go down there and get the request too.
I mean, I worked there for 26 years.
I don't know the name. There was 2, generic white guys came out. They came down the ravine and they looked, and I had my buddy Ahmad with me from the mosque, and we were working, and they said, yeah, and actually it was funny. They made the comment on video. They said, yeah, if it was up to us, we would just let you burn right there. We'd just let you grab some gasoline and just light it all on fire right there. You don't even have to put it in the fire pit. If it was up to us, we don't care. And I'm like,
you understand from us, we don't drive around looking for problems. I want you to understand.
No, I know
we
you don't.
The last thing we want to do is go to anybody's house and tell them to put out a fire.
I understand.
Especially when they have 3 acres.
But can't you tell the person who keeps calling, because it seems to be someone who's so important that they have some kind of pull in the city of Wayne where they can just call and a dozen cops show up, which is crazy. But maybe you can tell that person, hey, this is a project that is a unique project that this guy's doing. It's a huge pond, and he's clearing the site out, and it's almost cleared out, and just bear with them for a few more days and it'll all be done. And then everyone can enjoy this little pond, and we can have nature here, and we can have a good old grand time. And then instead, like, the city of Wayne just wants to give me a lawsuit, like, as a layup or something. Like, why? Like, what's the point? Like what are you proving here? Like, okay, you guys can tell me what to do, I guess, on my property, which I don't think you can. I'm pretty sure this would fall under a civil infraction, which means we'd have to go in front of the judge, and then the judge would have to determine whether I did something wrong or not. But to cite me with interfering with police and fire because I said no, because I told you to get a warrant, I don't think it constitutes as interference. If interference is an act, it's a physical act where you actually impede somebody's movement. I did none of that. All we have, I guess, at this point is this is a very poorly written ordinance that the city manager, Diane Webb, has conceded is very, very, very poorly written. There's verbiage in it that you have, like, City of Wayne wrote stuff that's like directly, you can't tell the difference. Like, it's the National Fire Code of 2000, but Wayne has their own verbiage sprinkled in it. So you can't determine, okay, is this the fire code's language or is this the City of Wayne's?
Have you cleared all the stuff that you need to clear for the pond?
80% of it, about 85%. The shit we're doing now.
How much of it have you burned?
All of it. We've burned all of it. I mean, this.
Have you, like, during your conversation, it's just this between you and I, just talk.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to come out to your property. We don't want to.
I wouldn't think you guys would want to.
Clearly you don't want us there.
Well, if you guys come lawfully, respectfully, knock on the door, hey, we have a noise complaint, this is a formality we have to do. I don't want to make your guys' job difficult. But when you guys just say, F my rights, F my property rights, just come unannounced, just come. And it's like, you can see the fire pit from the road. There's a giant ravine that's like 10 feet. I mean, you can see it from the sidewalk.
Have you talked to her during your conversation with her? Have you had any conversation about how can this, besides burning, can the city help me in any way get rid of this debris?
She said it's not this. We had a discussion about the 100 drain.
It's not the city.
It's the Wayne County, is what she told me. She said
because it's that watershed area or whatever.
Right, that's state of Michigan wetland. That's a federally protected wetland. So in my understanding, that's not really city property. That's like, I mean, it's state property essentially, and that's where I don't.
What's your relationship with your neighbors? Because we don't know who's calling. Right? I mean, we don't.
Last time I knew it was somebody from Westland, somebody down the street. My neighbors, both Sue and Pat and Dennis, who own Wayne Lawn and Garden, I've asked them, hey, do you guys have an issue with this? No, we have no issue. Like, they've had no issue with it. They both have fire pits. They burn stuff all the time.
So it's a guy down there.
It's somebody in Westland. Because that's why Westland showed up a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Westland Fire showed up a couple weeks ago, and they were like...
Well, that would make sense then why Westland shows up. Okay.
And I'm thinking, well, what the hell? Like, how does... Because Westland's ordinances are way less strict than Wayne's. Westland's ordinances are like, you just can't burn within 15 feet.
Yeah, I mean, we all kind of fall under the same. So here's the issue. It's not your issue. This is just a general issue.
Yeah.
if most stuff that happens with ordinances and neighbor disputes, period, right?
Yeah, for sure.
People aren't driving past your house and looking for stuff at your neighbor calling, for anybody in the city, any is an ordinance
90% of
issue.
the time, right?
So when we get called out, which is frequent, and not every day, but I mean, we certainly that summer we get called out often to open burns, right? Whether it's a
Okay.
controlled burn or an open burn, where we always have to ask the people to put it out is be
Okay.
under that nuisance language under air quality, because you could have your neighbor saying, oh, it's bothering my asthma, and they start coughing, when the truth is the underlying issue
Right,
is a neighbor dispute.
right.
We, not unfortunately, but we have to do our job. Hey, put it out. Well, we don't have an issue with you. Certainly, I don't appreciate your voice.
No,
calls.
I don't,
Those
guys,
were-
I
those
don't
were pretty
like
threatening.
being known as the anti-police, anti-fire guy, because I'm not. I'm certainly not like, I'm a Republican, and, the biggest gripe I have with Republicans is I sometimes feel like they're too pro-police to where they just kind of blatantly ignore, like, hey, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. But I just never in a million years thought I would be like oppositional with the fire department. Like, to me, that's like, it's not like the fire department's supposed to be kind of like the sacred cow that nobody touches. Like, hey, we can get rid of everything else, but fire department never really bothers anyone. So that's why I'm so like geeked up about this, because I'm like,
And we're not.
we're 90% done, sir. It's not like we're just we just started and it's like, no, I mean, we're literally like with a hand rake, man, scraping this ground. I mean, we're pulling vines out with our bare hands. I mean, we're at that point. It's like, yeah, we have a couple more dead pieces of debris left, and that's it. I mean, we're literally there. And so my wife's just like, I don't understand this. I'm like, we did this for a year. The previous owner did it for a year. My neighbors all do it. And I can't get a clear-cut answer other than, well, it's up to their discretion, or whose discretion. I don't know. I guess whoever responds to the call, it's their call, I guess. And I don't think that's...
So our response, just understand, will always fall under that air quality portion that it's a
But then it
nuisance.
says in the ordinance you can't even test for it. Well, how the hell do you know there's an air quality issue? You can't even test for it. And so
It's-
I just have to take your word for
It's
it?
a nuisance and it's offensive to others, but I know you don't like it. I know you don't like it, and our guys don't like going out to do it. This station goes on 13 runs a day. That's their average.
Yeah.
The last thing they want to do, honestly, is to be at your house.
Well, yeah, because they're going to wait
and not
until...
because it's you, because they don't want to be on that type of call, because they have all these other calls that occupy their time during the day.
Right.
So they don't enjoy responding to a call like that. They go there, they do their job, just like last night. They go there, they do their job, and they leave. No issues with you. You probably had no communication last night with the captain. He just went, did his job, and he left.
Yeah, I told them no, and they just ignored me.
Because
and
of
then-
your comments on the phone are why the police go.
But my thing is, I don't. My biggest issue is I just don't think that this ordinance, poorly written ordinance, mind you, supersedes my Fourth Amendment right. Like I just because to me, what I'm going to do as a response to this is I'm going to hire the best expert in the state of Michigan, the one that's worked for the state of Michigan directly, who's got the most experience, most credentials. He's going to come out and make a report. Hey, was this fire an actual public safety hazard? Was this fire a problem? And if he says no, and then Westland says no, and then the lieutenant chief of police says no, well, that's three different people that are credible against the fire department. And I don't want to do that. I would rather just say, hey, you guys, we all just kind of, what I would like, what my wife would really like is just, hey, we messed up. We acted too quickly. We're gonna let bygones be bygones. Really, I know it sounds crazy, but I'd prefer that than just, okay, well, every time we we get our fire pit going, I gotta sit here and look over my shoulder nonstop. Like sometimes I feel like, man, they're gonna just call the police on me just to come check on me, oh yeah, well, we think he's got a fire going. I'm like, come on, man. It's like, let me finish this shit out so I can get this pond project done, so I can get the hell, so it can all kind of die down. Because that's really all this is about. It's just this, and I don't understand it, because I announced this project back December 3rd to the city council. They showed no interest in it. They completely ignored it.
I was there. I remember. I was there.
And I'm like, well, okay, then just ignore it a week longer. Let me finish it, and then it's whatever. But don't sit here and for 6 months, I'm clearing this project out. I'd never have any issue. The fire department comes out 2 times in 2024 towards the end of the year, had no issue, and now all of a sudden there's an issue. It's not equal enforcement. It's inconsistent enforcement, which
So
is going to get...
inconsistent, okay, but off the record, just you and I having a conversation. We've been there 3 times in the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
How many days are you actually burning compared to how many we've been there?
Every day.
So the 3 times you've burned are the 3 times we've been there.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, somebody drives the certain type of person, I don't know who it is, I'll figure it out when I go to Dearborn and do the FOIA, but there's a person.
Dearborn.
Yeah, I guess they do all the dispatching apparently when you call 911 or when you call something in, I guess it
Yes,
goes.
yes, yeah.
So that's
yes,
what they
yes.
told me.
So yeah, so all our 911, the whole police and fire 911 for really all these cities
Yeah.
around here have been contracted through Dearborn.
So that's what I have to do. But I have a suspicion it's just somebody in Westland who probably saw something I posted on Facebook. So, oh, fuck him, I don't
But
like
how do
that
they
guy.
know where you live?
I mean,
Right?
public
That's-
info.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, how do they know where you live?
well, I
That
mean,
would take some-
I wouldn't think it would take that because I mean, how
I
many?
didn't know where you live until 2 weeks ago.
Okay, well, I mean, it's all public record. I mean, you can
I
type
had
it.
no reason to ever look it up. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
But yeah, I didn't know where you lived until our guys went out there to whatever was 2 weeks ago. So
because we got 3 acres. It's very.
yeah, and so do your
it's
neighbors, and you back up to wetland.
Yeah.
And when it's that, or you back up to a wooded area. So we'll give you your stuff. You do what you have to do on your end. But just understand, when our guys are there, they're not there to give
I know
you.
your guys
They're
are not.
there
I
to-
don't dislike you guys.
No,
I don't want
I
you to
get
think
it.
I dislike you guys. It's just like, you know, when you back me in a corner, you know, you're in front of my wife, in front of my whole community, like, oh, what am I going to do? Just cower and just be, you know,
No, I get it.
put my tail between my legs and just say, oh, you know, it's cool.
You can bring them in here.
Okay.
Are those all of them?
Yeah, I'm just making
All,
sure.
and you filled out the form, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't dislike you guys. I mean,
Yeah, so I don't know what the procedure is in Dearborn for getting those calls.
Yeah.
I don't know. And
Yeah, I
I
do.
honestly, I don't know what information.
I
they
almost like don't want to know because it's just going to make me mad.
give. I don't know if they give you that information. I
I
don't
don't
know what information they would give you. It's completely out of our control.
Yeah, I just want to know, is it because it's not a neighbor dispute. I've asked my neighbors. My Sue, she's never home. She's got a boyfriend in Inkster. She's
Yeah,
always
Steve.
with.
Yes, sir.
And so I'm like, okay, well, it's either Pat and Dennis, and then they're like, no, we've been in California. We haven't been here home, and we don't have any problem with the events.
Those are
And
the 224s.
Oh,
Nope, that one, yeah.
yep. What'd you do with those other pages?
Jeremy has it.
What's this one? Yeah, 1, 2. So when you look at these, if you do end up hiring a lawyer and you want the official one, so you'll see down here where it says like page 1 of 6 or whatever, I'll show you what we took out. It's our personnel name. Let's see one of those pages here.
Alright, so the 224s are on top.
okay,
October 9th, November 22nd, May 9th of this year, and May 19th of this year.
okay,
The page that we take out that isn't pertinent to you, but if this is gonna go to court and you'll actually FOIA them, is we always redact our people's name.
okay,
So like you, in this report, if you're looking at, well, where's page this of this, like you're missing, like this page.
okay.
This is a different report, but it's just our personnel. You see, all
Oh,
it
yeah.
is the date, the run number, this, these are not, this is a different run. And this is the page we took out.
Okay.
So normally we would redact it, but instead of redacting it, we just took them out, but if it actually goes to court, your lawyer's going to, see, like this here is just taking out
Yeah,
those
yeah,
names.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So if you actually go to court, it's just gonna be, you would get all that information. Your
Okay.
lawyer would have to get it.
Well, thank you. This helps out a lot. All right. Well, I think I got everything I need.
We just need to have a lot of conversation on the city side to make sure that.
Yeah,
whatever
I
you're-
mean, honestly, man, to me, it just sounds like just departments aren't really communicating all the best way, and I don't know, man. It's just inconsistent. Like, I mean, we have, you know, they come out, no problem, then they come out again, cite me, then they come out again, no problem. Then it's like, it's up and down, and I'm like, well, there's got to be a way to clarify, like, hey, this is the procedure that's standard every time, and I don't know.
All right.
I don't know, but thank you. I
Yep.
appreciate it.
Yep.
Wow, wow.